been a really long time since I bought the Blu Air Purifier. I think it's been well over a year, probably even 2 years at this point. And so I wanted to give you kind of an updated review. Now I've switched out the fabric cover that it comes with. It's not really fabric, it's kind of just like a stretchy type thing. It was the light blue one, but I really like this color better for my home decor. And you might notice mine's a little bit discolored. It's got kind of some like gray look to it on top of the darker gray. I didn't realize this, but this is because I burn candles a lot, and it actually picks up a lot of the soot that goes into the air, so it's insane. It's got like a waxy texture, but once I kind of rinse that off, it's fine. Before I continue any further, I do want to let you know that I am putting a link in the description to where you can get the best price on one of these. I still really love it, but I'm going to go over kind of the pros and cons of this particular air purifier. First pro is that it actually does work. This really helps to purify the air. When I'm not using this, I can tell. I can walk into my house and it just doesn't feel quite the same. There's a really fresh, clean feel to the house whenever I am using this, and when people visit, they notice. They say, wow, the air feels really nice. I also use a humidifier, so that may help a little bit, but before I even got my humidifier, I was getting those types of comments just solely based on the air purifier. Also, just about everybody who visits wants to know where they can buy one because they're pretty awesome. In terms of another pro, I would say the fact that it's adjustable. It's very adjustable. It's got 3 main settings: a low setting, a medium setting, and a high setting. And I just keep mine on the low. Right now I have it kind of off to the side because my robot vacuum has been doing its job and I don't want it to bump into it. It is sturdy enough that it doesn't knock it over, but I just put it off to the side just in case, so it doesn't get tangled up in those cords or anything like that. On the lowest setting, it does its job. I never really put it on anything higher than that. And this is a pretty big room that it's in. It's my living room. It's probably one of the bigger rooms in the house. I also have put this in a massive sunroom before, and it performs just as well. Now, I've used this when I've had a situation where it's been not the best smell. Okay, I'll just put it that way. I have a little dog who uses dog pads, and occasionally those things do not smell good. So I've put this in that room where those dog pads generally tend to be, and it honestly clears up the smell in like no time. I know that sounds kind of disgusting, but it's true. I'm just giving you my honest opinion here. If you have an indoor pet, this is for sure a must-have. And I know going into the fall and winter season, you also probably would like to have one of these just because it keeps a lot of the sickness at bay, I think. Now, I'm not making any medical claims. That's just my personal opinion. I don't have a lot of complaints. I will say that the filters for this are not extremely expensive. I mean, they're pretty affordable and they're easy to get a hold of because this is such a popular air purifier. However, they also last a really long time. You know that you need to change it out whenever the top here turns red. It's like an orangish red color instead of the bright white. To reset that, you just replace the filter, hold it down on the top there, the little button, for like 10 seconds, and it resets. Mine lasts me anywhere from like 60 to 90 days on the low setting, which is a really long time before I actually change it out. And I don't change it out until it tells me to. I know you could change it every 30 days if you want to, but for me, it's like if it's still running, if the device still thinks everything's good, it's gonna continue. It's been knocked over multiple times by me because I'm clumsy. I've ran into it multiple times. Even off here in the corner, somehow I still happen to run into it occasionally. It's not super big, but it is obviously bigger than like your average Echo device or something like that. Even though it has been run into and knocked over many times, I would say at least probably 5 times this year, it still functions really well. I've not had any issue with it. It runs just like when I got it. I don't have a ton of complaints. The only con that I would say is that occasionally you do have to take off the little sleeve that's out here, the gray one or whatever color you choose to go with, and wash that. So that takes probably a couple minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. I do that just whenever I change out the filter because I'm thinking about it at the time. Nothing too major. Also, the only other thing I would say is if you're not a huge fan of the design, I personally love it, but if you're not a fan of the design, you might want to look elsewhere. I don't think you could go wrong with this one. The price is just awesome. It keeps getting better and better, it seems like. It's easy to get those filters, and best of all, it actually works. I can say after having this a very long time, the air in my house feels extremely clean and fresh. I breathe better. I don't have as many problems with my allergies. let me tell you, this allergy season has been terrible, but where I've been indoors so much, I haven't really had that many issues. I normally suffer crazy when it comes to allergy season, headaches, nasal blockages, like all sorts of crazy stuff. Not really had any issues since I got this. So again, my personal opinion, everybody's different, but I think it's an awesome investment, an awesome product. Do check out that link down in the video description to get the best price on one. I don't think you could go wrong. Everybody I've talked to so far really loves it. And let me know in the comments, do you have one of these? Do you plan on getting one? Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out in any way, and I'll see you guys later.